Hello everybody, welcome to second lesson of free web design course. In previous lesson, I told you that your website looks like your home. You need an address for your home. So you need a domain name or an address for your website. For example, google.com, youtube.com, ertano.com. You need to have an address to give it to your users, and so they can go to your website. They can see your website's content. Yeah. So in this lesson, we will go to register your website address. Yes, I'm gonna register my website address. So let's go to my computer screen, and in Google, we have to search for register domain name. And there is too many websites that we can register our website's address with them. But which one to choose? Which one I have to use to register my domain name? I'm not gonna be a sponsor for a registrar, you know. I'm not gonna tell you which one to use. I'm not going to advertise for a website in this video and also in future lessons. I'm not going to make money with affiliates, but I'm going to tell you how to choose the best domain registrar for your website. If you search in Google, you will see sponsored results, yeah, because we wanna register our website address, and we are not going to use a website that we cannot trust. We want to trust to a website to reserve our website's address. So it matters. It's too much important which website you are using to register your domain name, because you have to trust them, and you have to trust them to book your website address. You cannot go to every real estate agent, you know, to anyone to find your home. You need to trust somebody that can reserve your home address for you, somebody that you can trust. Yeah. So we are going to trust one of these websites. So I'm not using sponsored results because they paid money to Google to be at top of Google results. So it's better to go down, and here after the sponsored results, you can see the best websites that you can trust to reserve your website's address. And there is too many websites that you can trust. For example, GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy is one of the best registrars. CrazyDomains.ae. It's showing me because I'm searching from Dubai. But it's better to use international registrars. You know, maybe if you search for register a domain name in Google, it will show some registrars from your country. So yeah, name.com, namechip.com, godaddy.com, Cloudflare, Google Domains. If you search for Google Domains, also Google has its own registrar that you can use for, I think it's in, Google Domains. Also Bluehost, and Squarespace. Yeah, you can use these websites to register your domain name. So I'm going to pick a random website. It doesn't matter for me. For example, Google Domain. So you can use it, and I think it's moved to a Squarespace. Yeah, so you cannot use Google Domain. So let's go to for example, GoDaddy. It doesn't matter. You can trust one of these international websites. They have trust, they have authority to register your domain name. Why? Because all of these websites are at top of Google rankings. So they are in business for more than maybe 5 years, maybe more than 10 years, some of them. So you can trust them. Yeah, so I'm going to GoDaddy, and here it doesn't matter which one you choose. For example, name.com, it doesn't matter. You can search for your domain name in this website. So, for example, I'm going to register google.com and click on search. Google.com, it's registered, so I cannot use google.com for my website's address because it's already registered by Google company. I'm going to register Ertano.com. I cannot because it's already registered by Ertano. I can use other prefixes, for example, .bio, .org, .net, .app, .studio, but it's better to search for your domain name on Google. For example, I want to register Ertano for my flower shop. So I'm going to search for Ertano on GoDaddy or name.com, but it's better to search it on Google before you search it on your registrar. So it's better to search for Ertano on Google, and as I see, it's already registered and a business is using this name. So it's better to use another name. For example, Ertano flowers. It's better to search for Ertano flowers, and as I can see, yeah, it's not registered. So I can use Ertano flowers as my website address. Or it's better to search for another name, yeah? For example, somebody else. Oh, it's a movie. So yeah. And I can see this business is already registered or not. Yeah, I think Ertano Flowers is a good name for my flower shop website. So I've searched for Ertano Flowers on Google, and as I see, there is no website with this address. So I can go to GoDaddy or name.com, it doesn't matter, and search for ertanoflowers.com. Yeah, I can get it, and it's not registered by others. And also I can use other postfixes for, or TLDs for my domain name as ertano.flowers, ertanoflowers.shop, ertanoflowers.store, ertanoflowers.it.com, ertanoflowers.online.club.biz, and I can use other TLDs, yeah? But it's better to use .com TLD because everybody knows .com. Some of them are, for example, .co, it's for Colombia. .us, it's for USA. .ae, it's for United Arab Emirates. So some of these TLDs comes from countries. Some of them, for example, .edu, it's for education websites. So I think you need a certificate, education certificate to register this type of domain. And for example, .org, it's for organizations. .com comes from commercial. It was using by commercial websites, but now everybody is using .com for their website. You can use .com.au, that comes from Australia, and yeah, you can use, for example, .net. It's coming for network websites. So I'm going to register Ertano. I'm not going to register .com. I'm going to register, for example, that ertanoflowers.shop. Yeah, it's not bad. But what I prefer you is to register your domain as a .com domain name. So I'm going to add it to my cart. it's different, you know, the process of buying your domain name, it's different by the website. For example, here at GoDaddy, I have to add it to my cart and then click on next to register for my domain name. For example, in name.com, you have to search for example, Ertano shop, for example, .app, and add it to your, for example, .org. I have to add it to my cart, and then I can choose my registration period. What is registration period? I will tell you. So it's different in websites, you know, and as a webmaster, because you are going to manage a website, you have to know how to interact with different websites. So it's better to don't ask me in comments below. If you ask any questions in comments below, I will respond. But it's better to don't ask me to how to register my website in name.com when I'm going to select 1 year, then what I have to do. As a webmaster, as a website designer, you have to know, you have to continue to cart after select your domain period. And then you have to complete this form. You don't have to ask me about it, you know? And yeah, that's the point. If you want to be a professional web designer, you want to be a professional person in every industry you want to work, it's better to do it on your own. So, for example, in GoDaddy, it's gonna charge me for 3 dirhams per month to get my domain full protection. I'm not going to enable this one. It's recommended, but I'm not going to pay more because I don't need it. I know how to secure my domain name. And no professional email because I can use it for free with my host. I will tell you in the next videos. And then continue to cart. Yeah, here I can choose period of my domain. What is period of my domain? Your domain name is rented. You cannot pay, for example, $10 and rent your domain name and buy your domain name for forever. You know, you cannot. You have to renew your domain name every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, which one you want to choose. I'm going to register it for 1 year. Okay, so I'm selecting 1 year here. And after 1 year, I have to come, or before 1 year, for example, after 11 months, I have to come here and renew my domain name and renew my website address. I have to pay it yearly. And if I don't pay it, this registrar can give my domain name to another person. Somebody else can come to any website, any domain registrar, and register my own domain name. So I have to register and renew my domain name every 1 year. If you don't have a schedule, or if you think you will forget about it, it's better to, for example, select 5 years, 10 years. You can select it on your own. And I'm selecting 1 year because it's a test website, and I'm going to ready for checkout. Here, I think I have to log in or register. I'm logging in with my Google account. So it's better to choose your Google account here and log in and use your Google account details to access GoDaddy's profile. Yes, I'm going to close other websites, and it's trying to register me on GoDaddy. And yes, I think it has my all of my details. So I'm going to pay it. Let me click on edit and add another card. Yes, my card is added and I'm going to complete my purchase. So I'm going to click on complete purchase, and it's going to use my payment card to register my domain name. Some registrars can you can buy your domain name on some registrars by crypto. So yeah, Ertano.flowers.shop is yours, and it's registered under my name. So yeah, I can use it as my website address. So my website address is Ertano.flowers.shop. That I can use it? No, I cannot. It's not gonna work because I have to rent my website hosting space and connect my domain name to my hosting space. Now I have my home address. Now I have to rent a land for my home, and then I have to connect this address to the rented land. Yeah, and then I can go to build my walls, my home's walls. I'm going to build my home, to design my home interior and my home's design. So in the next lessons, we are going to rent our web hosting, and then we are going to connect our domain name to our rented web hosting panel. So stay tuned with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe this channel, because here we are going to build our website and manage it and optimize our website to get more results. Thank you.